Hey guys, Marcel here. Welcome back to my kitchen. Guys, today I'm sharing with you a super simple, comforting recipe that in these parts in South Texas and Central Texas, where I'm from, is just known as Fideo. But if you want to get fancy and call it by, I guess maybe its proper Spanish name, it's Sopa de Fideo, noodle soup in Spanish. And in fact, I have this recipe on my blog already, and it is titled Mexican Noodle Soup. Anyhow, this fideo, it is a common comfort food dish in Tex-Mex cuisine, and every family has a version of it, okay? It is a combination of pasta and tomato sauce and spices, and you can feed a whole family of 4 with this recipe for just a couple of bucks. So anyhow, one of my favorite comfort food recipes, and then if you're looking for budget-friendly solutions to get you through the leaner weeks because everything's gotten so expensive right now, this is a good recipe to have on hand. Anyhow, I'm gonna turn you around, show you the simple ingredients that go into this, and then we're gonna start cooking. Okay guys, so here are the handful of ingredients that you need to make this budget-friendly and tasty fideo. Okay, star of the show here, I have a package of what they actually call fideo noodles here by a brand called La Moderna, okay? And in my neck of the woods here, there are a few brands of pasta labeled like this. It's a 7-ounce package, and we're gonna use the whole thing. However, guys, if you can't find pasta specifically labeled for fideo, either on your pasta aisle in your store or with the Mexican or Hispanic foods, this is basically a thin spaghetti, guys. So get you a package of thin spaghetti, 7 ounces worth of it, and break it up into 1-inch pieces. I am also going to be adding in a 1/3 cup of chopped onion. You're going to need 2.5 cups of either prepared chicken broth or water in a bouillon cube like I'm using today. We are also going to need 8 ounces of spaghetti sauce, some super simple pantry staple spices, onion powder, cumin, chili powder, garlic powder. We're going to add in a measure of all of those, and then we will start off with a little bit of oil. You can use vegetable oil or butter. We are going to toast these noodles. That's going to be our first step, so I'll meet you over at the stove. Okay guys, so let's get started on our fideo. I have my large skillet here that I've got heating up over a medium heat. So I'm going to go ahead and add 2 tablespoons of olive oil, but you can use vegetable oil, guys, butter. We are just going to get a nice little toastiness on our pasta. So I'm gonna let this heat up for a second, and we're gonna add our pasta to the pan here shortly. Okay guys, so the olive oil is nice and hot, so I'm gonna go in with this whole package of dry pasta, and we're gonna move it around until it gets golden brown and toasty. So take a few minutes. So you just wanna move it around and get the pasta coated with the oil, and then we're just going to kind of let it sit and toast. You can't walk away from this, guys. You have to be here and stir it around. So I'm going to let this toast for a minute, and then I'll bring you back, but right before we add the onions to the pan. See, you can already see it starting to toast. Okay, all right guys, so our pasta is getting nice and golden brown. Certain little pieces of the pasta are. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with our onion and let it saute for a few minutes. And you have to keep moving this around or it will burn, and then it just won't taste good. So this is a very active cooking process for a minute till we get to the point where it's simmering. Okay, so I let my onion cook in the pan, guys, for just about a minute. It's starting to look translucent already. So I'm going to go in with the spices, and I have the exact amount of spices in the printable post below. But here, like I said, I have cumin, onion powder, garlic powder, and chili powder. Just all going in here. Oh boy, it smells so good. Those fragrant spices, those smoky spices are just my favorite. They smell like home to me. All right, so now we're gonna go in with our liquid. I am using water and bouillon, as I said in the ingredients description earlier, so it's gonna go in. And that will be 2.5 cups of water, and then in with our tomato sauce, just a whole 8-ounce can. Oh lordy, dropping stuff. And then I'm gonna put my cube of bouillon in and let it break up. But I'll be right back, guys. I owe the pot, or the pan rather, another 1/2 cup of water, so I'll be right back. Okay, so now I've got all the liquid in the pan. My whole kitchen smells fantastic, by the way. This is so simple, but it's so comforting, I promise you. It's just easy and tasty. But we're gonna bring all this liquid back to a boil. Looks like we're already there. I'm gonna let it simmer uncovered for about 10 minutes. So if you wanted to here, guys, if you had them handy, you could also use a bay leaf in this. I just don't have any in my pantry at the moment. That's just an additional spice that some people use. But anyhow, I'll bring you back, guys, after some of the liquid has started to absorb. Okay, guys, I did decide to add, after tasting the broth, I did decide to add about a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. Just really enjoy that flavor. So I've added some of it in. And we're just going to keep letting this broth reduce and let the pasta absorb it. Okay, so guys, I just wanted to show you what it looks like after simmering for 5 minutes. You can see how all the liquid is thickening up, and the pasta, of course, is cooking. Now, all of this liquid will absorb into the pasta, and it will look like the pictures I'll show you, you know, at the end here. If you wanted to offset how much of the liquid gets absorbed and you want more broth in your soup, you need to go ahead and add an extra cup of broth, or maybe 2, and a lot more of the liquid will stay, you know, liquidy in the pot. But we like for this to absorb and it becomes more like a creamy pasta. So anyhow, I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. Okay, guys, so after 10 minutes, this is what we have. Just a nice creamy looking pasta dish left in the pan. Like I said, most of that liquid gets absorbed. So if you want more broth to stay, just add some more. But we are gonna call this done. I'm gonna plate it up, and we are gonna enjoy us some Fideo. Hey guys, well, thank you so much for letting me show you how I make this super tasty, budget-friendly Fideo. Okay, now full disclosure, we normally serve this with, you know, something on the side, something to kind of bulk it up a little bit. I don't add much into it, although you could, okay? But we will serve this with quesadillas or soft tacos on the side, and they kind of go together, kind of like a tomato soup and grilled cheese kind of thing, or a chili and cornbread kind of combination. It's very, very comforting combination to have Fideo and a quesadilla, or Fideo and a taco for us. But as far as the dish itself goes, if you wanted to add in some ground beef, some cooked chicken breast, some bell peppers, onions, jalapenos, you know, you can bulk this up however you see fit if you want to add stuff into it. Very, very versatile recipe. You can do a lot with it. So I hope you enjoy it, and take care out there, guys. Stay safe, stay warm, and I will see you in the next video.